Palestinian children are exposed to unacceptable levels of violence in the occupied Palestinian territory. They are exposed to a daily violence from the Israeli occupation army soldiers and the illegal Israeli settlers in the occupied West Bank, including East Jerusalem, on their way to and from schools, during school classes, and inside their homes. Murdering of children, the repetitive attacks against schools and health facilities, denial of humanitarian access, this Israeli settlers' extremely violence against children request a deep reflection on their mental health and the concrete reaction from the international community, in line with health for all. The daily harassment by the Israeli occupation army soldiers and settlers continues to have a significant psychological impact on the well-being of the Palestinian children. Successive Israeli war attacks have resulted in thousands of deaths and created high levels of psychosocial distress. Palestine calls upon the WHO to assess, in full cooperation with UNICEF, UNRWA, and other relevant UN agencies, and the WHO IMRO and WHO country office in the occupied Palestinian territory, including East Jerusalem, and all relevant IGOs and NGOs, the extent and nature of psychiatric morbidity and other forms of mental health problems resulting from protracted aerial and other forms of bombing among the population, particularly children and adolescents. Palestinian children aged between 12 and 17 years from the occupied West Bank, including occupied East Jerusalem, continue to be detained and arrested by the Israeli occupation army. Many UN agencies and international humanitarian organizations reported severe forms of violence against children, like lack of ill treatment and the extreme violence of the Israeli soldiers against the Palestinian children when arrested. This include night arrests, painful eyes and hand ties, and the lack of access to a lawyer or adequate detention centers for adolescents and children.